Hey guys, and welcome back to Narcissu. We will continue on with chapter 5, so let's get on with it.
地図を見るのは好きだった。だけど一つくらい好きにさせてよ。
The silver coupe, whose hood reflected the clear blue skies of winter, wandering around as aimlessly as ever, but at least no more worries about gas or food. Soon enough, we came across a large intersection. I hadn't obtained her approval last night, but I was still heading west regardless. The only problem was that I didn't know the roads at all, and would be tough on our budget to take the tollways. Those were my thoughts as we drew near the large intersection. I was about to continue heading straight without a single thought when...
そこ左折。
Huh?
左に曲がって。
An abrupt request. Even as I wondered what was up, I turned left as she requested into a very wide road. What was that for?
これが1号線。当分はまっすぐよ。
For now. I was surprised by our sudden direction giving. When we've been together up to now, she didn't seem to know just about everything. But this was the first time that she volunteered to give me directions. Could it be that you decided to want to go after all? Well, you know, this place we talked about, to Awaji Island.
悪い。
No, that's not what I meant at all. We were driving along without any purpose. I was floundering in search of some destination and always enigmatic. She was ever looking into the distance. So the words that she just come out of her mouth took me completely by surprise.
期待してるわけじゃない。
What?
別に水着が欲しいわけじゃ。
Oh yeah, I remember this. Just what do you think you're saying? Okay, yeah, we're... Oh well, that's fine. It's okay to backtrack a bit.
なんでもないわよ。
Losing your composure? Ah, this is where I was. We passed through the steep slopes and sharp curves of Hakone, and now we're in a much more relative flat area. Hey, around where are we anyway?
愛知県よ。まもなく名古屋市街に入るわ。
I'm just gonna assume that that's correct. We were driving through the normal highway because we were on too limited a budget to use the tollways. Because we were on too limited a budget to use the tollways. Oh, okay. I could never have done this alone, but thanks to her, we were making good progress. Her instructions more accurate than any navigation system. I don't know why I felt this way, but I could tell that we were on the right track.
次の交差点22号線に入って。
You got it, Chief. I turned the steering wheel and changed lanes as I had been told to do. The scenery streaming past the window, the sights and sounds of a city that I'd never seen before spreading to the north. And around the time when the wide open spaces around us had transitioned into urban neighborhoods. Hey, wanna stop there? Some family restaurant at the roadside of a highway. I pointed to as I drove and kept talking. After all, we've had this convenience store food all the way up until now. Of course, it wasn't as if we'd been sitting on convenience store food because we liked it. The fact that we had no money, and there was also the fact we were on edge. But now we had a little money to spare, that's why I suggested it. After all, a family restaurant can be a nice change of pace, eh?
私はコンビニでいい。
She looked down a little as she said this, as if she was staring at our clothes or something. Oh, fair enough. Speaking of which, these clothes are way too big on her. Alright, then next up, how about stopping by that place?
あっちって。
Look over on your side, that jeans shop over there. And there stood a jeans and casual wear wholesale chain store that I've seen other locations of on the normal highways. That kind of store isn't likely to be expensive either. We're stopping in, alright? I'm stopping now. He has no choice. No reply, but no resistance either. It might well have been that it would be better for me to think on her non-replies as answers to the affirmative or something. We went into the store. We peered curiously around the two huge floors on the place, looking into every single corner there was. She was without words, as she always had been, and she might have not looked much different from her usual. But this was a little different from the way she was when she was watching that boring TV reflecting nothing. She examined item after item of clothing and seemed to be considering the prices. And then, when she tried on a new outfit, she come running up to me and...
どう？
That's adorable. I think it looks pretty good on you.
変じゃない？
No, I don't think so. In this fashion, she tried on outfit after outfit, coming to show it off to me every single time. She did not once smile or let any facial expression out, but it seemed to me that she was somehow happy with this. Alright, have you decided?
これにする？
Good. Saying this, she showed me her final outfit, a pretty shirt and a short skirt. She selected did make her look a middle or high school student, but she seemed to be pleased enough. Now, if memory served, she told me in the past that she was older than me. No matter how I looked, that just didn't seem true, such the opposite. In fact, I couldn't help but smile. But you know, maybe it would be better if that skirt were a bit longer. Oh no. I wasn't saying that it doesn't look at her at all. Oh my god, this guy. See, it's cold, you know, and in that kind of outfit.
別に平気よ。私、我慢するから。
He stuttered. Okay, alright. Spoke these words. I saw a bit of a pink rise in her pale face. for a girl who always kept herself absolutely motionless. Yeah. Could it be that she was blushing? Of course she was. First expression of emotion that I ever seen from her. Did see her smile before. Back on the road again. The somewhat noisy silver coupe, spinning along underneath the high heavens of winter.
次ね、21号線に入って。
Got it. She's acting as a navigator as usual. In no time at all, we had entered Gifu Prefecture. But if this were as usual, she'd only be looking at the window at nothing. But now she was checking herself in the side view mirror over and over as if is well pleased. Checking herself in that mirror as she didn't want me to catch her doing it.
何？
Well, it looks like you're pretty happy with those clothes, that's all. You're always doing this to her.
別にそんなことないわよ。
Sure. With that, she stopped looking at the side view mirror. After a little while, she started checking herself again as I watched. So there were awfully cute things about her as well. And if it was something as small as this, as normal could be, I found it very cute. Around when the sun had darkened into night, some roadside somewhere around when we finished our dinner, convenience store again, wondered what happened since we left. The white vinyl ID bracelet hanging loosely around my wrist. I remember those words as I looked at the inscriptions, my blood type and name, and then the name of the hospital. You think they're in an uproar?
多分ね。
Yeah. Parents, friends, and the doctors. Even if we were the only paper-thin display on their part, I was still a little sorry to think that they might be worried. My bad. Father, everyone, I did something selfish without consulting anyone.
ね、
What is it?
最初に死ぬって聞かされた時泣いた。
Yeah, when I was instantly shocked by her sudden question, and then I was silent as I pondered upon it some. Come to think of it, I don't think I cried.
じゃあどうして自分だけ運命をポロった？
I don't remember doing that either. First, I couldn't believe that it was actually happening, as if it weren't part of the reality at all. But maybe, just maybe, I did feel something. A little. One of my buddies from the technical institute brought a new car, and he was complaining about how he had to take out the huge loans. Some got their first jobs, others were still in school. Some had children, others got dumped by their girlfriends. Like me, I am sad. But I had no future. I feel like me and this guy is bonding very well. So in truth, I think I did wonder why it had to be me. Even if I told myself that this was fate, I think I did feel as if I couldn't accept that. And how about you?
私
Yeah, did you cry or curse fate?
私は平気だった。
I find that hard to believe. And why?
だって最初から何も望んでなかったから。私は諦めていたから。
Is that so? No way to disappear if you've given up from the beginning. Not fun to turn your back that way, but not difficult either. But I couldn't help but feeling that it was just too sorrowful that way. Or could it have just been that in her case, there was no other possible course of action?
前に見た映画で言ってた。狼は3年しか生きないって。
Really? Huh. Wolves? Should really change the topic on me.
でもロバは9年も生きるんだって。
Why was that? Why 3 years for the wolves and 9 years for the donkeys?
ロバは役に立つから長生きする。
Feels. Oh my god.
そういうことらしいの。
I'm sure it is. She remembered these words as she looked out the window impassively. Was the thing that she told herself. To resign herself, to abandon herself to her fate. Millimeter sky. At sunset, our progress straight through Route 21. The flickering white specks dancing in the twilight sky. It was starting to snow, and snow hard.
どうかした？
Yeah, it's snowing. Like, it's dangerous if there's ice on the road, you know. Sure enough, it looked like there was snow covering the roadsides. I had no idea when we entered a region of heavy snow, but as far as the eye could see everything, I was draped in white. This was something concerning. As far as I could tell, these tires weren't of the studless variety. If we ran into any snow heavier than this, it was likely that we're going to be in trouble. Hey, does it snow here a lot? See, if it snows much more than this, it'll be tough. There wasn't any snow on the road right now, but it would be no surprise to encounter frozen road segments from here on out. And given that it could very well become necessary to equip the tire chains, something they hadn't gone over in training. So do you know?
この先は関ヶ原。
Well, yeah, you told me that earlier, but what I want to know is if it snows here a lot.
わからない。
Answered somehow desolate. And it made me feel that there was something incongruous here. This is like expanding my vocabulary here, oh my god. For someone who knew the roads this well, who knew just about everything about this car, something like this should have been child's play. Very well. I'll just drive very carefully. A beach. We had gotten off the car and were looking at a lake. A chilly wind kicked up, scattering a powder of snow across the lake-frozen surface. And in its midst, she slowly began walking toward that beach, as if the ocean itself. This was a spectacle I hadn't seen before.
ねえ、どう思う？
I don't know. Are you asking me whether I think you would die without much pain as you walked in?
海より楽な気がする。
Girl, come on. Like, seriously, there's no reason. I have no idea what your basis for that is.
だって海水は塩辛いし、体も浮いちゃうでしょ。
That's scary that you know that. Quite a deductive ability you have there. Sarcastic. The cold north wind and the falling snow. We argued jokingly, seriously, who knew about our one end point. And after a while, she began walking toward the lake once more.
止めないの？
You don't have any intentions to die today, do you?
そうか。
How much farther was it until this Hawaii island of which we'd spoken? It wasn't as if I perfectly wanted to go there, but I didn't have any problem going there either. But though we wandered without a purpose until now, the seeds of a final destination were born in us. The girl had halted her progress toward the waters even without my having to stop her. Most likely, this was the way it was for her too.
そこから1号に戻って。
Got it. From 8 back to 1. Under the guidance of our navigation, we were now heading toward Narcissu.
ねえ、今ってお金は大丈夫？
I haven't checked. I still have no idea. Yeah, we still have 30,000 yen or so. After we hit that clothing store, we only spent money on a convenience store food. Why? What's up?
じゃあ高速に乗る？
I thought we were trying to avoid that. The tollway, why can't we just get there on the normal highways?
確かにギリギリまでならいけるけど。でも最終的には必ず有料道路に乗るから。
I see. So that's how you get to YG Island. I didn't know that well, but apparently in order to get there, we had to cross some bridge called Seto or something.
じゃあ草津からバイパスに入って。
Got it. For direction, I went from the Seta interchange to the Naishin Expressway. Compared to all the roads we have been so far, it was obvious that this was a real expressway. Traffic lights, a beautiful perspective, seemed pretty simple to even a beginner like me. But as I got into the rightmost lane, I can hear a traffic sound behind me. At first, I had no concept of passing lane or anything, but as I got used to the expressway, it was almost fun. That's a pretty incredible car. Some car was passing us at traffic speed, and without thinking, the two of us exchanged glances. Sure enough, from her passenger seat, she was looking somewhat different than usual. While usually she was staring at the window into the distance, today she was looking around at other cars with great interest. Speaking of which, she knew a lot about cars for some reason or another, didn't she? Pointed at the car that just blown past us. Hey, what kind of car is that? Quiz to pass the time, see?
トヨタセリカ。オーバービュー。
Damn, that was fast. And the one we just overtook?
シトローエクサラ。
Wow, you know a lot. To tell the truth, I didn't know whether she was right or not. But it was really pleasant to hear words coming from her usual silent lips. So I kept plying her with questions.
青いのがユーノス。赤いのはアルファロメオ。
The music cut off and it's very eerily quiet. She even told me about the two cars that were just passing us now. But I'm willing to bet you won't know about that is. Point to a truck, not a car, as I spoke. Want to see a little perplexity seep into the expressionless face of hers. So you don't know trucks that well then.
日産アトラス。
Oh wow, you're incredible. I had been planning on teasing her, but instead she out straight over my head. Isn't that level of knowledge something to be proud of?
そう。
Yeah, I think you could toot your own horn about it. Who knows? She had no words in response. It felt like she was blushing a little bit. This silence is killing me. I might have to add some music later. So she loved cars after all. Then when we get there, wanna try driving? No.
でも私免許持ってない。
Exactly. That'll be fine. Driving along the beach will be fun, don't you think? If we went all the way to Hawaii Island, then there would be lots of places without any people. And this car had a stick shift, so I thought she might have fun driving it. If you want, I'll teach you. That's a bad idea, especially if you're a beginner. Although, to be honest, I'm a beginner myself. Exactly. Dumbass. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was very eerily quiet, so yeah, that's the rest of chapter 5. So in the next episode, we will continue on in chapter 6. So until then,
Invincible.